Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with OMMY. I'm a sports fan who always said, if I never played a sport professionally, then I want to talk about it. I'm born and raised in New York City. Played organized basketball for several well-known teams in the mid-'70s and the early '80s, such as the legendary Home Cold Rucker Tournament, Melbank, Stone Gym and Riverside Church, LaGuardia House, and my all-time favorite, Each One Teach One. Having sports in my life at an early age always kept me out of trouble. If I wasn't playing basketball, I was either playing football or baseball. Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with OMMY, where my opinions, views, and facts will cover the hottest, the latest, and the past sports events. Welcome once again. I want to continue to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to my podcast. And if this is the first time you're viewing it, please do the same. As always, before I even get into today's topic, I got two hot topics to talk about. But before I even get into those two hot topics, I just want to say Happy New Year's to everyone. 2024 is in. My motto is just to keep on moving. Not with just this podcast and life in general, just keep on moving. My first hot topic is Detroit Lions capturing the NFC North title. Yes, and I am very, very happy for the Detroit Lions fans. It's only been 30 years since they won the divisional. Listen, long overdue. Long overdue. I'm very happy for the Detroit Lions fans. I mean, I am very happy. I know I got people down in Detroit who I know is just ecstatic right now to see their Lions doing what they've been doing. Now, my footer, I'm talking about my footage and my editor guy, He said 6 weeks ago, 6 shows ago, my man Rel, he says that the Detroit Lions will win it all. So when he said that, I said he's bugging. He's been in the editing room too long. How's he saying that? Right? So we had a talk. I said, he explained why. He broke it down. He actually broke it down 6 shows ago. And so I said, okay, everybody got their own opinion. So, I let him ride with it. Here we are 7 weeks later. And I said to myself, well, damn, Rel may have a point because I still got the 49ers winning it all. I still got them winning it all. But I'm looking at those Eagles, and those Eagles are slipping and sliding. Cowboys can't stop the run. But they still looking good, but I'm saying Cowboys ain't, right? So I'm saying Detroit Lions, they've been solid, both ends of the field. They've been solid. So my man Rel, listen, you may have a point, but I still can't see Detroit Lions representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. I don't see it. Not this year, Rel, but we're going to see. My second hottest topic, and I'm sticking and staying with the Motor City. We talking about the Detroit Pistons, who have lost 27 games in a row. My God! But they finally won one against the Raptors the other night. I said, damn, these young kids, they are going through it. And that's what it is. They are very, very young. Yes, Monty Williams is a very good coach. But you got the Pistons, they got a bunch of rookies and a bunch of sophomores with nothing else. So, GM, this season coming up, because this season is over, ain't no wild card for y'all. This season coming up, this off season coming up, as I should say. You need to go and get some veterans to mix it with that young core, because you got a nice young core. But you need some veterans on that team to shape and mold them. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be going through what you're going through now. So, listen, I got nothing but respect for Monty Williams as a coach. But listen, he ain't got too much to work with. You know what I mean? You talking about a handful of youngins. That's just what he got. Rookies and sophomores. That's what he got. So listen, I want to get into today's topic, because today's topic is dear to my heart. So let's get started with today's topic. I'm talking about Deion Sanders, the man. Deion Sanders, the man. You heard me right. I'm talking about my dude, Deion Sanders, the man. I said about 3 months ago, when college football began, that I said, I gotta do a show based on Deion Sanders, not based on him coaching as the Colorado Buffalo coach. No, I'm talking about what this man has done for sports is the reason why this show was created. Listen, I've been following this man from his college days. What this man has done for sports, my God, let me get into it. I said several shows ago that I did not have patience for college football. Back then, in my youth days, in my early 20s, right, I just didn't have no patience for college football because I always thought it was lopsided, right? The scores were crazy, right? The competition, I felt there was not enough competition throughout the most of the country when it came to college football, right? I didn't look at it like that with college basketball. The competition was a little better. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I stuck and stayed with my Georgetown Hoyas, John Thompson crew, right? And then my Blue Devils, right, with Duke, right? But when it came to college football, I really didn't have no love for it, so I really didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't have no love for it. Then, you know, the mid-'80s came, right? The mid to late 80s came, right? And my main focus during that time was just my Showtime Lakers. You know what I'm saying? And you know what we were doing. That's so, we were trying to survive and keep the dynasty going. So that was my main focus. The Magic Man, he had all my attention. I wasn't thinking about no other player in sports, really, right? Now, I was a Yankee man, still a Yankee man. Giant man, still a Giant man. But when it came to my Lakers, back in the mid to late 80s, listen, that's who I was riding, dying with. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I started hearing about this sports phenomenon. We talking about Deion Sanders. And they kept bringing his name up. And I'm like, yo, who's this cat? Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Okay, playing college football. I don't even watch college football, right? Don't know nothing about him other than I'm hearing what I'm hearing. But you got to remember, it's 1989. There's no real cable TV in most communities. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't catching what everybody else was catching who had cable. You know what I'm saying? He played for Florida, right? So I damn sure was not living here in New York City. I wasn't catching none of his college games, so I didn't know what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I ignored it because sports was, big part of my life. I wanted to know who this Deion Sanders cat was. So it wasn't until ABC, NBC, right, CBS, when they started televising some of the Florida games because Deion was doing what he was doing. So I caught a few, and I says, okay, this is Deion Sanders. Oh, he flashy. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I said, oh, he's the man, huh? Pretty boy, right? Okay, I see what they talking about, right? But still in all, I know I ain't going to be able to watch him come because, I don't have cable. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with what most people were dealing with was the regular networks, right? Okay, so it's the 89 season. And Deion Sanders, he gets drafted to the New York Yankees. But before that, I'm saying to myself, where's baseball coming at? I saw football. Didn't know this dude was playing football and baseball in college. I just didn't know that. Again, didn't have cable to know that, so I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know that, right? Now, I'm looking at saying to myself, well, listen, my Lakers at that time, we trying to hold on to our dynasty. The dynasty is falling apart, right? My Yankees, they horrible at the moment, right? Not at that moment, but during that period, my Yankees was horrible. Yes, my Giants in '89, yeah, they made the playoffs, right? Deion just got drafted, right? First round, came out the 5th spot, right? And I'm to the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm saying to myself, okay, now I'm going to get a chance to see this brother if they're going to televise some of the Atlanta Falcon games, right? Okay. Listen, I can't remember if I got cable at the time, but I do know a lot of the Falcon games was being televised because of one person, and who I'm talking about is Deion Sanders. So I got a chance, like most of y'all, to see Deion in his rookie season. And I said to myself, my God, this is what I've been waiting on. You know what I'm saying? My Lakers is my Lakers. My Magic is my Magic. But I know I needed something else in sports to keep entertaining me, for me to enjoy football in general. And I said, this is going to be the dude right here. I got to follow him. I like him. And listen, he got that it. And, he just got that it in him. And I said to myself, oh, I'm jumping on his bandwagon. No doubt, I'm jumping on his bandwagon. Then my Yankees drafted him. And I said, okay, all right, he part of the Yankees. He's going to be playing here in New York. And he playing football. And I'm saying to myself, damn, he's not the first to do it. But I'm saying, okay, we going to see how far he go with it. Okay, so now I'm in the bandwagon, and I ain't even thinking about jumping off. So I'm following this cat, man, and I'm saying to myself, my God, look at him on the football field. Look at him on the baseball field. He's doing the damn thing. I'm rooting for him. I'm like a damn cheerleader. Deion Sanders cheerleader. And I'm saying, yo, this cat is rolling. He's rolling hard, and I'm going to roll with him. And I've been rolling with him since to this day. I'm still rolling with the Deion Sanders. Yo, listen, the love, the respect, the motivation, the caring that he shows to every young man that is under his wing, yo, that speaks volumes for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying to myself, no way in hell I can abandon him now. You know what I'm saying? I've been rolling with this man from the time I laid eyes on him when they were showing him during his college year. Now, I got to stick and stay with him. I got to stick and stay with him as a coach. He's doing it. You know what I'm saying? He is still doing it for sports. You guys remember the first 3 weeks when this college football season began, when they were winning, the media, all the celebrities shooting out there to Colorado. Come on. Listen, it's Deion Sanders, what this man does for sports. He keeps it hot. He keeps it going. And I got nothing but respect and love for this man. Now, what this man continues to do for sports, it just amazes me. You know what I'm saying? 38 years and counting that he's been in sports professionally. And the impact that he is still doing for most people out here is for me, it's just phenomenal, man. Listen, this dude, when he's in front of the camera, right, and he's talking, the energy that he just comes out with, the energy, it's like Magic Johnson when you listen to Magic talking. It's like that energy, man. You can't do nothing but smile. You know what I'm saying? But respect this man, Deion Sanders. Listen. I got to mention his career. High school. I'm going to start off with his high school. He played for the North Fort Myers in Florida, right? Moved in to Florida State 1985 to 88. That was his college career. Then he moved into the NFL draft in 89. Like I said before, in the first round, he was the 5th pick. I remember that like it was last week, right? Now, as a player in football, he played for 5 teams: Atlanta Falcons, San Francisco 49ers, the Cowboys, the Washington Redskins, and the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, he was doing it. Then he started to coach. He got a coaching career, y'all. We're talking about Prime Prep Academy as a head coach, the AAA Academy as a head coach, Trinity Christian School, offensive coordinator, Jackson State. Y'all remember that, the HBCU, right? Which most of us didn't want him to leave, but he was a head coach doing it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to get into that because that's not what this show is about. And yes, currently as the head coach for the Colorado Buffaloes. Listen, his career highlights and awards as a player, as a football player. As a football player goes like this: 2-time Super Bowl champs, and you know who with, the Cowboys. Yeah, them damn Cowboys, right? NFL Defensive Player of the Year, right? 6-time first team All-Pro, 2-time second team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowl All-Star appearances, right? NFL kickoff return yard leader back in 1992. Y'all remember the high stepping when he made it into the end zone? Come on. The NFL 1990s All-Decade Team, NFL 100th Anniversary All-Time Team. Come on, man. Atlanta Falcons Ring of Honor and the Jim Thorpe Award in 1988. Also, 2-time All-American. Florida State Seminoles jersey number 2 is hung up on their rafters, which means no one else can wear that number for Florida State Seminoles, right? And as a coach, listen, he got several awards. His career NFL stats look like this, y'all. Total tackles was 512. Remember, he played defense, right? Little offense from here and there. His interceptions is 54. Punt returns, 2,199 yards. Punt returns. Kick return yards is 3,523. And total touchdowns in his career is 22, right? Head coaching, he's 31-14 as a college coach. Not bad at all. It's going to get better. I already know he's going to get better. Yes, Pro Football Hall of Fame, College Football Hall of Fame. Yes, he's in the Hall of Fames for both. My man, still doing it. Now, I want to move on to his baseball career, because his baseball career, I didn't think it was going to last that long. I mean, all the flying back and forth from football to baseball. But listen, this dude did 10 years playing both sports. I want to get into that in a second. He batted left. He was a lefty. That's what he batted. He batted lefty, right? He threw left, right? Listen, he made his debut with my Yankees back in 89, right? Now, then he played for the Cincinnati Reds, right? Which was his last team that he played for, right? His batting average was 263. For all you non-baseball fans, 263 batting average career is very good. Very, very good. Home runs is 39. Runs batted in, 168. Stolen bases, 186. You knew he had the speed, so you know the stolen bases was going to be up there. Listen, the teams that he played for was the New York Yankees, the Atlanta Braves, the Cincinnati Reds, San Francisco Giants, and he went back to the Reds and he retired there as a baseball player. Bananas. Listen, you can love him or you can hate him. But one thing you must do when you talk about Deion Sanders, you must respect the man. You must respect what this man has done for sports. You know it, and I know it. Listen, anytime Deion Sanders' name come out of anybody's mouth, you know what I'm saying? Listen, you already know. Ain't nothing but good coming out the mouth unless they jealous. Unless they jealous with his flashiness. Because that is in him. That ain't leaving him. That's part of his makeup. Listen, it's just part of his makeup, you know? And you gotta respect this man because he's gonna get back on the top. He's gonna be back on top very shortly. You trust me on that one. He's gonna be back on top very shortly. Yes, the first 5 weeks of this season was good for him, and then it all went south. It all went south. But listen, you got to respect this man whole entire career. And for me, you know, for me in general, I'm just loving him to the point where, you know, I'm praying that this season coming up, 2024 season, is the season that he gets certain players on that team for the Buffaloes so they can be right now in those Rose Bowls playing. I can't wait to see him in the big games. Can't wait to see him in the big games. But first thing first, he got to get a team, and he got to get a team that he can ride or die with throughout the whole regular season. Because right now, listen, you got the national championship game coming up this Monday, and I'm praying in at least the next 2 years, that I can see Deion Sanders as the head coach and a national championship game on a Monday night. Oh, that'll be something for me. And I'm just talking about myself. That'll be something for me. Oh, my God, that'll be something for me to see. And I'll just be rooting for this man like always. So listen, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me in my basement. Appreciate y'all so much. Once again, Happy New Year's, people. To my viewers and my listeners, please continue to check me out on YouTube and subscribe. Check out the streaming platforms, Apple and Spotify. Also, please remember to check out the Dewey Does Foundation that is fighting childhood obesity, which helps support youth sports, fitness, and health at DeweyDoes.com. Plus, check out the Even Flow Coffee Company, created to combine the interests of coffee lovers, fashion, and music. For more information or to make a purchase, visit evenflowcoffee.com. As I always say, sports is what keeps this world from going insane, either in a pandemic or no pandemic. Until next time, take care.